Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gentle Vape YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Smok R200. So first of all, I'd like to say how I got this mod. It's actually pretty cool. Smok was running a giveaway on their website in collaboration with another company or business or something. I actually won the R200 on there, so I got this totally free. So that was pretty awesome. Got myself a TFE4 for it as well, in case you're wondering, but you can't really mistake that, can you? So let's have a look at the box. So over here, you can see this is the box it comes in. Pretty standard, nothing too fancy. You can see they've got the mod at the front, some QR codes, some information about the R200, and that's pretty much it. In the box you get the R200, you get the manuals and the documentation and everything, but in this version you also get the TFE4 Mini backup kit, which is something I don't own. I don't own a TFE4 Mini. Once you slide everything off, you can see inside is where the mod would sit. Come closer. That's where the mod would sit. You've got this little pull tab, open that up, and take that out. There's a lot of stuff in here. And then you've got your manual and your documentation and everything. Also, I've got the TFE4 Mini backup kit. You've got one of the extra little things there for the refills, and you get 2 coils and a replacement glass piece as well. But I don't have that, so USB cable, but this is an upgrade-only cable, so it's not for charging. We'll get to that later. In temperature control, it can read down to 0.06 and up to 2 ohms, and that's in temp control. In wattage mode, it's 0.1 ohms, and then all the way up to 3 ohms. Temperature control range is around 200 Fahrenheit to 600. Well, it goes down to 1 watt to 200 watts. So, you know, big range on everything. So this is Smok's attempt at a 200 watt mod. So let's take a little bit of a more in-depth look at it. So first of all, I'd like to say I'm really loving this device. It's something, it's an upgrade, in my opinion, to what I was using before, which was the Kanga K-Box 200, so another 200 watt mod. The R200 does not charge via USB. It's an upgrade only port, as you can see. It says right there, upgrade only, and you know it's just it's not really a big deal. I mean, you can still charge. You have to charge the batteries with an external charger. If you've got another dual 18650 mod, you could always stick it in there and charge them in there. That's sneaky, but it'll work. So let's get into the let's take a proper look around the device. This is going to be a little bit better than my mini vault video since the lighting's a bit better. But alright, so we come over here. You can see I've got it on 100 watts at the moment, and I'm running on the TFE4 octuplet coil. If you're wondering, so that's a 0.15 resistance. So you know it's pretty straightforward. You've got your battery percentage here, volts, and that will show up when you're firing the device. Your resistance, and of course your wattage. There are a few button clicks and menu items. I'm going to get to that in a second. But taking a quick look around, fire button, screen, plus, minus, pretty standard. This side says Smok on it. This back and the back, nothing. This side R200 TC, and back to the front. Bottom, this is the little battery door. This is a bit of a tedious little thing, so I'll come around and I'll show you the best way to do this. It comes off pretty easily, but then people seem to have trouble trying to get it back on because it's very strange because you have to push the batteries down whilst trying to get the door on. So what I would say is line up the edges. As you can see, there are little tabs. If you line them up as far as they will go in, push down and then in, then the battery door's on. It's a bit tedious, but you know it's just something that you can kind of get a hang of, and you should be fine. So if we take a look at the device itself, if we turn it back on, you can see it's 5 clicks to go on. Smok R200 TC, firmware, then we're in. So to change wattage, it's obviously just these 2 buttons, and they'll go in 0.1 increments until you get to hundreds. Then it'll just go up in ones. Power button, five clicks to lock, and then you can't fire it. You can still change the wattage, but it just won't fire. To lock the wattage, hold the plus and minus buttons down, and up and down will be locked, but you can still fire it. To quickly change to temp control mode, just press the plus and the fire button. And there you go, that'll take you to temp control mode. You can set your temperature control coils in the menu, and I'll show you how to do that now. So you press 3 times, go over to coil, and you can see you've got steel, nickel, or titanium. On this mod, you can also change the ramp up time for temp control. So that'll be the fire and minus button. So norm, hard, or max, min, soft. I like to keep it on norm. Easier that way. So let's quickly go through the menu items. So triple click. The first one is just the regular menu, so that's wattage and temp. Obviously change the coil, I've already shown that. This would be the temperature mode. So this is the screen time, the cutoff time, and then we have your puff counter, which is really cool. You can also set a maximum amount of puffs a day, so if you want to limit the amount you're vaping a day, you can do that, which is actually pretty cool. I never turn it on though, because I don't like to be limited. Next would be your initial ohms, so you can fine tune the ohm reading on there, so you can get it just right. And then you have power, so that's just turning it on and off. So I'm just gonna keep it on. So it's a pretty cool little mod. It's really well built. I mean, it's being scratched really, really easily. It'll probably show up better on this camera. You can see the scratches on there, but I'm really good at scratching mods, as you can see there. I mean, it's just, I'm so good at it. I've never been a massive fan of Smok products, only because I don't really like the X-Cube series in the new HP, just because of the screen on the top and the massive firebar. I just deem it unnecessary. But this is a regular kind of looking mod. I mean, it's got the fire button and the screen there, and the 2 plus and minus buttons. So, it's an alright mod, plus, the whole 200 watts thing can go all the way to 200 watts, temp control on 3 different kinds of coils. I've never had an issue with coil readings. It's always asked me if it's a new coil. Screw on a new coil, I'll do it right now. So I'll take the TFE4 off, no atomizer, let's go back on. And now when I go to fire it, it's going to ask me if it's a new coil. Up, same coil. So, that's something that you should always check if your mod is reading the right coil, because you might fuck up your coil, and that's never really a good thing, is it? Because you're going to have to go and buy a new one. This pairs really well with the TFE4. I mean, it's meant to be used with any TFE4 variant. That's why it comes with the TFE4 Mini backup kit, because it's meant to really go with the TFE4 Mini. But I like to use it with the regular TFE4. A few things I'd like to see is more temp control options. I mean, there are a few with nichrome. It's just nice to have that option if you have a tank that can do nichrome, or that's for some reason the kind of one that you like to use. So that'd be nice to see on there, I think. Also, if they could make it charge through the USB port, I wouldn't recommend it anyway. I would always recommend charging your batteries via external charger. That way they're always balanced and they're always, charged the way they should be. But USB charging is fine, I would say. I mean, but with 18650s, it's kind of alright to do, but, it's recommended that you use a battery charger. But it'd be nice to see battery charging on this. Now, the funny thing is, this came with a clock on it. And every time you would take the batteries out of this, the clock would reset. Which was ridiculous and stupid, and I don't know why they did that. But the recent firmware upgrade got rid of the clock, and now it just says unlock the device, please, instead of showing the clock when you lock it. So this mod is doing me really well. I'd like to see some more stuff on it. So more temp control options, maybe a charge via micro USB. It is a very small mod for 200 watts compared to the K-Box. It's actually slightly taller than the K-Box, which is what I believe is the smallest 200 watt mod. I'm not sure. But you see, it's only a slight bit taller. You're going to see that better here. It's only a slight bit taller than the K-Box, but that's only decoration, really. So I'd like to give this mod a good solid 7.5 out of 10, just because the whole charging feature is not great for people are trying to step up to a 200 watt mod, but still want the functionality, the same sort of thing they're getting out of their 100 watt mod. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and as always, Vape Nation, whatever. Thanks for watching.